Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Today I want to talk to you about photography and art, or photography as art. Peter Lik, the world's most famous photographer, world's most awarded photographer, world's most sought after photographer, according to him. You guys seen the article in the New York Times about this fella? He takes photos, fine art photos. He calls them fine art. And what he's done is he's mastered the selling of fine art photography photos, fine art prints, fine art photography prints, by opening his own galleries. So by having the gallery, having the sales force specifically trained, and by having a lot of very, I guess you could say, high pressure or very even questionable sales tactics, this guy's been able to make millions of dollars off these prints. Now, apparently, Mr. Lik has recently sold a print from an image of Antelope Canyon in Arizona, and he sold this print for $6.5 million. Now, apparently this is true, although when I read the article, it seemed to me a little skeptical. I was a little skeptical anyways, of whether this has actually been authenticated to my satisfaction anyways. It kind of seems like there might have been some shady business behind the scenes. At least that's my question. Now this is the image. This is a color image of the print in question, the $6.5 million print. Apparently the one that was sold was a black and white one only image of this. A single edition of one image of this same print, but in black and white. According to Mr. Lik's chief financial officer, he has sold over $440 million worth of prints throughout 15 galleries, his 15 galleries that are throughout the United States. Most of the images are panoramic shots of trees, skies, lakes, deserts, and mostly supersaturated colors. In other words, if you're in Lightroom, you're turning up the vibrance and the saturation pretty heavy here. So, what does the rest of the art world think of Mr. Lik? Well, a lot of people are apparently not saying much. Some people are actually quite critical. Now, it's always been a little bit hard to understand in the art world what determines the value of a piece of art. In art, like paintings and things like that, it's probably a little easier than in photography, because, a painting is a painting. It's a one-off. You take a picture and you can make as many prints as you want. You can do lithos of a painting, but there's only one painting. Whereas with photos, can be a little bit trickier on how to decide the value or the rarity of something. Now, of course, the question is, when you buy a print and you're being told it's one of 50, one of whatever. I think Mr. Lik's editions run $9.99 and go up as they get towards the end. But when you buy one of those prints and you're told that it's worth about, this much money, and then you go to sell it and you find out you probably can't even get a tenth of it, what you paid, is that fraudulent? Is that fair? Is that unscrupulous business tactics? Or is it just the way the art world works? It's interesting. I'm not sure if this is actually criminal, or if he's just a really good entrepreneur that's done a really kick-butt job of selling his art prints. I'm not even sure where I stand on this. I have to respect the guy for the amount of money he's made. I'm not sure how I'd feel if I was an owner of one of his prints, finding out I couldn't sell it for anywhere near what I paid for it. What do you guys think? What do you think about fine art photography prints? What do you think about what Mr. Lik's done here? Do you think he's just a successful entrepreneur and he deserves a kudos for being so good at it? Or do you think there's a little bit of unscrupulous, nefarious type behavior going on here? What do you guys think? Let's have a discussion in the comments below. Leave your comments. Leave us your opinion. What do you think of Mr. Lik and the $6.5 million art print, and the fact that he's made apparently $440 million and going off of these art galleries of his? Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon with some new videos, some new articles. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography, videography, and technology right here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks.